If you don't know the ins and outs of the credit card processing business, you could get swindled by less than honest salespeople. So today we are going to explain who the financial middlemen are between you, the merchant, and your paying customers. And if you don't want to miss the next episodes on this topic, subscribe to our channel and click the bell. So who are these financial middlemen? First, you have the credit card associations, sometimes called the credit card networks. There are the companies that create the credit cards. They set the rules. For instance, they determine fair processing rate for each industry, how to maintain the security and encryption of hardware and software, how and when to advertise to consumers. Then you have the credit card issuing banks. They are the institutions that issue the credit cards to the consumers. When a customer makes a purchase, the issuing bank, like Chase, Citi, Wells Fargo, even Discover and Amex, is responsible for checking if the charges are valid and if your customer has enough credit on the card to make the purchase. Then, the bank either approves or declines the purchase and fronts the money to you, the merchant. Credit card acquirers, also known as acquiring banks, are the ones who set you up with a merchant account, which is a specialized bank account used solely to receive card payments from issuing banks. Acquirers are perhaps the real middlemen of the bunch. They typically get involved in the transaction process after the issuing bank has paid the money for the transaction, but before the merchant receives the money. They share the financial risk with issuing banks when a credit card charge is reversed. They also assess the creditworthiness of a merchant and the stability of the business before approving the business to take credit cards. The credit card processors are the companies that you have to deal with to set up payment card processing. Processors set up the payment processing for you. They help you get a merchant account and they make sure that you have the right hardware and software to take payment cards. Sometimes the acquirer and the processor are the same company, but you only deal with the processor side of the business. Payment gateways are special portals that route transactions to an acquirer. These days, processors usually include some sort of gateway in their offerings, so you may not need to find one separately for your business. And that's a who's who in payment processing. You should check out our Merchant Account Mafia video for a more humorous take on it. Now you are ready to learn more about common merchant fees for small businesses. So we'll see you next week for that. Click all the links in the description below and check out our other videos on payment processing.